Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Legion. Now, we're back in the Waning Crescent in Suramar City. We need to talk to Vanthyr and unfortunately let him know about the unfortunate death we saw in the vineyard.
You need only ask.
Steel yourself, Swindlegear. Margaux's loss is regrettable, but not likely to be the last in this effort. Far from it, I fear. I was fond of Margaux. News of her death weighs heavily on many of us. Vanthyr shakes his head sadly. If we're to carry on, we need to send a strong message. We need those like Durant to know that we are watching, and we hold them accountable. I know someone who could help us. His name is Arluin. To call him a reluctant ally would be generously overstating it. He's cautious, and will not risk himself without compensation. You can find him in the alleys north of the Evermoon Bazaar. Locate Arluin and persuade him to help you.
Is there something you need?
Now, this guy was always interesting when I first met him because the only way that he'll join your cause or help you out to continue the quest is if you pay him in ancient mana. So, speaking of the vineyards, I actually went to the vineyards before I started recording and got myself about 1,000 ancient mana, which I think is going to be enough to actually pay his price. So he's up here, a little bit north. Let's see if we can sneak by here relatively without getting caught by anyone. Yeah, the vineyards, I went from like 200 ancient mana to 1,000 in about 10 minutes. So as I've said before, if you're playing this game and just got here and you need ancient mana in a powerful way, I know you can see some stuff around here, but without a doubt, the vineyards are the way to go. Specifically because they have a really good respawn rate. So the mana will just keep on flowing. Kind of like the spice in Dune. There he is.
Are you lost?
Move along. Show the sigil.
Don't linger. You'll regret it.
Cute. Do you want to get us both killed? No? I didn't think so.
Menageries that way.
Vanthyr... Oh, excuse me. Vanthyr and I need your help to avenge...
Watch your back.
Vengeance? You can do better than that. Much better. In fact...
State your business.
I'll help you. But first I need you to do something for me. Unless you have something worth risking my life for, I won't budge. Vanthyr must have told you that my services do not come cheap. Let's say enough mana to sustain me for a month. Arluin looks smug, as if you could never agree to this request. Bribe him with 800 ancient mana. So this guy, honestly, if he's being honest, which I doubt, needs 800 ancient mana to sustain him for an entire month.
Move along.
Well, fortunately,
Menageries that way.
we've got that. This action will remove 800 ancient mana. Yep.
Watch your back.
Glad to know you understand the value of my services, partner. I'm always open to a productive working relationship. A big score and asset security. I'm not rich in anything but information, but maybe that can be of use to someone with your skills. You helped me, now you can help yourself. The Magistrix receives a daily shipment of arc wine, which travels to the palace with a heavy escort. I can share the location, provided you leave me a cut of the goods. One of my men has infiltrated the group and will hold up the delivery long enough for you to strike. Attack the Arkwine shipment and bring Arluin his cut of the stolen goods. Sounds reasonable. With the demons and guards so agitated, I'm running out of places to store contraband. The guards have caught on to one of my favorite havens and will be making off with my goods any minute now. Head to my stash and discourage their curiosity. You'll need to use a grappling hook to access it. Just look for something to latch onto the ledge. I'll make sure there's something in it for you when you're done. Borrowed Highborn... Ooh, cool, almost 10,000 artifact power. That should be enough to get the next gold dragon on the Dreadblades.
Don't linger.
Cool.
You'll regret it.
So let's travel this way. Oh, by the way, guys.
An illusion.
Oh,
What are you hiding?
we nearly got caught.
Who goes there?
Ooh, once again. I have a documentary to recommend to you guys, speaking of Dune. If you're a fan of the book or the David Lynch movie, which takes some severe liberties. But it's called Jodorowsky's. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but it's like Jodo something. Jodorowsky's Dune. And it is about this cult director from Chile who did a bunch of kind of experimental art films, and he was pretty well known. And he was originally supposed to be the one to do the adaptation of the movie Dune. And there's our grapple point. Up we go! And they never were able to get the movie done because people in the studios were terrified of how ambitious this movie was. And this guy, this director, recruited a ton of some of the most talented people you'll ever see, including O'Banion, I think his name is. He's the guy who wrote Alien. H.R. Giger, who is actually one of my favorite artists. It's a pretty awesome documentary, and you find out that when the movie didn't get made, a lot of the artwork and concepts, I mean, they were going to get Orson Welles, David Carradine, Mick Jagger, a whole bunch of these famous people to be in the movie. Like Orson Welles is going to play Baron Harkonnen. And it was just, it had the potential to rival 2001 in terms of spectacle. Actually, probably would have easily surpassed 2001, believe it or not. And let's go ahead and... Oh, crap. I took the wrong item. I was supposed to use the rocket jump. Anyway, where's the next one? The 1,000-year-old Arkwine stolen. Ooh, that's on the other side of the city. That's okay. Whoop! Crap, I did not have my disguise on. Jump in the boat. Or at least hide with the boat. There we are. Well, that could have ended badly. But a lot of the concept art, especially from Giger's work, went into Alien and so many other, Blade Runner. It had its fingers in so many other movies that came out afterward. So give it a shot when you can. It's a really good documentary. I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately. I've just been in that mindset. I guess I've been actually paying attention a lot to Dune, both the book and the David Lynch movie, which has its own kind of charm to it, but is not Dune in any way, shape, or form or fashion, really. But Legendary Films just acquired the rights to Dune. So a lot of people, hey, my friend Sci-Fi got a dwarf rogue. Apparently you need to get rogues from all the classes in order to get the achievement for the Pilgrim's Bounty. That's why I kept on getting turned into a turkey with Swindlegear. So she's been on the hunt for a troll and a dwarf rogue, which apparently are very rare. But anyway, now that Legendary has the rights to Dune, I'm kind of curious what they're going to do with it. Like, are they going to do a... oh, holy crap, that's a lot of things that can see stealth. Are they going to do another movie? Are they going to do a movie series? Are they going to do, like, a mini-series, take it to HBO or maybe Netflix? There's so many different things that can be done here, and man, this place is heavily defended. I guess let's just charge through. Woo! Got through that gauntlet. So I'm really curious to find out more information about it. I've also, because I'm doing my Civ 6 playthrough as Rome, I watched this cool documentary called, or it's kind of a documentary reenactment called Rome Reign of Blood. It's half documentary, half reenactment, where they have actors like playing the roles and kind of showing you what happened, and then it goes back and forth between that and like history professors and whatnot talking about stuff. And do we... Actually, I think it's still up here.
Who goes illusion?
Woo.
What are you hiding? Something's not
Good grief.
Right.
Nah, here's the shipment. This shipment is worth more than you are. How dare you treat it carelessly? And you can see through stealth, but it's okay. Let's get our Blade Flurry up. And let's open up with some Cannon Barrage. But anyway, it's about Commodus. And if you don't know that name, if you've ever seen the movie Gladiator, Commodus was the emperor who was played by Joaquin Phoenix, who was the big baddie. There you guys go, find a shady spot. Take the arc wine. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, I'd be glad to. Magistrix is not going to be happy about this. That breaks my heart. But anyway, something I did not know about Commodus is that he was, I think, the first Roman emperor to actually be the legit son of an emperor. How Roman emperors used to operate is that they would, they'd adopt someone that they thought had the talent to rule, and then that they'd eventually ascend to the throne. But Commodus was actually born the son of Marcus Aurelius, the previous emperor, and that his reign pretty much started heralding the decline of Roman culture, or the empire in general. And it was really fascinating. It was like in multiple episodes, and it's very kind of Game of Thrones-ish, and the fact that there's violence and nudity and all that stuff. They try to do, you know, red reenactment proper. But check it out on Netflix if you're a history buff like I am. You'll really like it, I think.
Who goes there?
Well, that was fast, at least. Let's go ahead and I will travel back to Arluin off camera. Well, actually, let's see if we can fly. We're up on the high point. We can fly over this lovely city. And here we go. The only way to travel. Now, I'm probably going to hit a building, though. That's okay. I got my grappling hook here for this exact reason. Whee! Now, let's see if we can do this roof, jump from roof to roof like in Assassin's Creed. Apparently not. The jumping is not as sensitive. Donk. It's alright there. We got close enough. Ugh. Like that whole thing about movie interpretations and how they're never really as good
State your business.
as the original product is something that's been bugging me a lot lately. Pleasure doing business with you. There's 1,500. And you're becoming quite the dependable associate. While you were out, I asked around. You're looking for Overseer Durant. Turns out he lives near the Shimmershade Garden. I can help you confront him, but you'll need help. There are 3 individuals with the necessary skills, and they serve our cause. Tell Cyril that the owl hoots at dusk. Inform Lauren that the saber prowls the plaza. And mention to Celessa that the cruel Caskmaster has breathed his last. They'll know what to do. Speak to Vanthyr when the deed's done. Ooh, increased maximum amount of ancient mana. Stellar. Mark of the Rogues, 15,000. Well, we definitely need that, don't we?
Move along. You'll find Lauren in the square. Celessa frequents the canals. Just search the bazaar for Cyril. They'll catch your eye.
Oh, I'm almost got all 3 of those right.
Who goes there?
Because here in a bit, I'm about...
Illusion.
Oh, Lord.
What are you hiding?
Alright, well, we're about to be caught here. It's okay. Vanish. I'm about to go watch, hopefully, if all goes well today, I'll be watching Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And that one's okay because that's not based off a book or anything. It's kind of an original movie thing from J.K. Rowling. One of the things I don't ever want to do is I never want to read Harry Potter because I was actually a fan of the movies, and I don't want to be disappointed with the movies after reading the books. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. Is there something you require? The saber prowls the plaza.
Well, you can't break through the
Very well.
shields. The shields are too strong.
Or are they playing? I like the kids. Whoa. Demon that can see stealth. Let's avoid that if at all possible. And we are not disguised. We're going to run. Oh, Lord.
We are chosen.
That's okay, I've got Vanish Powder. Go away. All of you. There we are. Been thinking about that and the Dune thing, and hopefully they do it justice. Last night, out of boredom, I watched a movie that I hadn't watched in a long time because of a similar incident of them not getting something right. Now, is that... Where's this person we need to talk to? I guess over here. I watched a movie called Wing Commander. Now, Wing Commander is a movie based off a computer game series that was near and dear to my heart. Very much so. Loved the Wing Commander series growing up. And it was a typical space fighter simulation, but they had kind of like an interactive movie in between missions. And it had like Mark Hamill and Tom Wilson and Malcolm McDowell. Hail! The cruel Taskmaster's breathed his last. Understood. One more to talk to. And it's an epic story. They did 2 movies. Wing Commander had been like in multiple games before, but the Wing Commander 3 and Wing Commander 4 had been done in this movie style, and it was really good. And I have a lot of affection for those games. Yes, the owl hoots at dusk. Say no more. Cool. Now we can go kill this guy. But they made the movie, and the movie itself is horrible because they didn't get. They decided instead of making kind of a sequel to the games, that they were going to do a retelling of the first game, which was your typical kind of graphics without the actors. So they had to recast everyone, and for like Mark Hamill's character Christopher Blair, they got Matthew Lillard. Tom Wilson's character Maniac, they got who was it? Oh no, so they got Freddie Prinze Jr. to play Blair and Matthew Lillard to play Maniac, who was Tom Wilson's character. And it took a lot of liberties with the games, including actually like changing up people's origins, and it wasn't good. And the thing that is probably the most damning of it, it was actually made by the creator of the game. So he kind of George Lucas'd and completely messed up his own canon. So I don't know how many people are fans of Wing Commander and haven't seen that movie, but it's a bit irritating. Let's go ahead and stab this overseer.
Intruder, face my blade. She sealed her, as you have sealed yours.
Hey, we got some buddies helping us.
You cannot defy me.
Yeah, I can pretty much defy you. I don't mean to burst your bubble, because you literally have a bubble around you. Boop.
Traitors.
I can see why Arluin put his faith in you. Give him our regards. That was cold-blooded. Cyril places a dusk lily atop Overseer Durant's corpse. Nice. Now let's get our disguise on and we'll walk out like nothing happened. Nothing to see here, folks. And now, let's avoid those demons and head back to Vanthyr and let him know that the deed is done. I get really irritated at that, and I understand that it's their creations, and they have the right to do with it what they will. You know, I'm not completely annoyed with what George Lucas did with Star Wars or what Chris Roberts did with Wing Commander. But, I don't know, I think you kind of have an obligation that once something that you create becomes popular and beloved, you kind of have to respect that, respect your audience. Which is kind of interesting considering the fact that Chris Roberts is doing Star Citizen right now, and there's kind of some controversy because stuff's getting delayed and stuff that was promised isn't being done on Star Citizen. So Chris Roberts is starting to get that same kind of reputation as Molyneux. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. He's the guy who did Fable and Black and White, and the team behind No Man's Sky, which is a shame.
My doors are always open.
They will not so easily dismiss the Dusk Lily now. Well done. Mana Flask and Mark. Huzzah. There will be consequences for what has transpired this day. For now, you should return to Thalysra. Tell her that we have avenged Margaux and that the Dusk Lily has announced itself in all of Suramar. There will be many more deaths before this is over, rest assured. but this is a death that will teach others like Durant to tread more carefully in the future. Return to the Lysra.
How can I help?
And we are just swimming in coins. Well, we will take the portal back. And then, let's go ahead and actually... Well, no, let's get one more Nightborn coin. And just for old time's sake. Zap. Then a Wrathguard head. You'd think the demons would be a little bit more noticeable to this portal to Shalaran in the middle of their city district. Oh, tree's looking good. And now we got the mana wormlings around, making sure the fireflies are dealt with. Cool. Now, before we turn in these quests,
Arcana.
time to give them their medicine.
Hanging in there, thanks to you.
Let's give that to Oculith and Valtois. Rep.
Anar Amenos. No. Oh, it is you. Thank
See.
you.
Oh, I keep on thinking that she's down here, and she's never down here. She's over there next to the Lysra. My mistake. Here we go.
Shalasan Torah.
Nom noms.
I will never get used to that. The Nightwell calls to me.
Alright, and they will tremble. It's a relief, if a small one. You've done well. Rest for now. 1500 artifact power.
Suramar must be free.
Blood and wine. Now, to my memory, I think we are actually done here in Shalaran until we get more rep with them. So that means we can explore the rest of Suramar and find these quest hubs where there is plenty to do. But first, before we do that, let us learn our artifacts power. And... woo! Got those Dreadblades. Awesome. How close are we to our next thing with them? Oh, we got a long way to go until we hit Revered with the Nightfallen. Ugh, that's okay. There's still plenty of quest areas to go to. Well, I guess we need to head to the Hall of Shadows, and I'll see you guys there. Okie dokie. So now's a good time to go ahead and let you guys know what I've been doing here. I have some Defias Thieves here, ready to go. In order to actually get these Defias Thieves, which are the upgraded version of the bandits that we had, I had to use up all the bandits. So I've been doing a lot of missions with our crew. And let me go ahead and show you. We've got Ravenholt, Garona, and Tethys at 850, maxed out epic stats. They're good to go. We're working on our last batch right here. Now, fortunately, I got Vanessa at 850 item level, and she is epic. I need to get one more item, preferably something to give me like Order Hall resources when I complete world quests. Noggenfogger is up to 800 epic, so all we got to do is get gear to get his item level up. Valera is good to go, and that means the only two people I really need to work on in terms of XP are Matthias and Taushi. So, not too shabby. Now let's go ahead and rock out the Dreadblades finally. I didn't realize that skull had an eye patch. That's awesome. And Blurred Time. During Adrenaline Rush, your ability cooldowns recover 15% faster. That's great. And that's when we pop all of our cooldowns and just go all out with the Adrenaline Rush and the Dreadblades. That's going to make us even nastier. Now, in terms of what we need to do now, we're going to start working our way up this chain in the Dreadblades. We're going to get Gunslinger, Deception, Fortune Strike, and then Blunderbuss. And then we finish out these ones, which is Blade Master and Fortune's Boon. So, yeah, not too bad. I'm just going according to what Icy Vein says is the best way to level these things up. Though I really do like Fortune's Boon. It reduces the cooldown of Adrenaline Rush by 10 seconds. or making that a 2-minute and 30-second cooldown instead of a 3-minute cooldown, which doesn't seem like a lot, but there are certain situations in which that would be most welcome. But we've got 850, 845, and 860 epic relics here in the Dreadblades, so pretty good. Like, everything's been going into the Dreadblades. I haven't touched the Kingslayers or the Fangs of the Devourer, other than making sure that they have some good relics in them as well. See, I haven't even touched them in terms of leveling. So, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Oh yeah, I also got the rest. I got the foot pads of the Uncrowned, the belt of the Uncrowned, and the gloves of the Uncrowned. So I think other than the shoulders, I have the full Uncrowned rogue set. Now I've been selling them because I like the pirate look, but just to show you what it would look like if I got into the full gear currently. That's what it would look like. I do like that belt though. Let's see what that looks like. With the dagger and the serpent belt, that actually looks pretty cool. I may actually transmog that for Swindle. But the standard pirate belt looks good too. So we need the leggings and the shoulders. The shoulders aren't going to come anytime soon because we need to get exalted with the Nightfallen. And the pants, we need to defeat the final boss of 8 different Legion dungeons on any difficulty. So, to be fair, the only dungeon I think we haven't done is the Vault of Wardens. We did Maw of Souls, Blackrook Hold. Yeah. Everything but the Vault of the Wardens has been done. So, I'll tell you what. In the next episode, we will see if we can queue up for that, and I'll show you guys the interesting dungeon that is the Vault of the Wardens. But we'll go ahead and end it here. That seems like a good place to stop. And there's a dwarf rogue. Poor guy. But if you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.